All right. Good morning, sir. Trust you had a wonderful night rest.
Yes, I did. And
All
you?
right. Fine. Thank you, sir. Good to have me here today, and I'm glad to be here at Sentinel Holdings. And it is an organization that is fast growing, and we are very glad about what you people are doing here. And that is why I come to engage you, not with so much questions, but questions that will enable others out there experience massive growth in whatever they are doing. So, first, I just want to ask you a question that is not too much, and I trust you'll be able to answer that question very well. So the question is, what can you say about business that are starting from the scratch? What advice do you have to give to people who are starting business from the scratch, and how will you advise them, and what should they do? Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you for having me on this very interesting question. First and foremost, I would like to say that business is good, and it is always good to build business. Now, building business is different from doing business.
Exactly.
And that is one of the things of which people need to know. Doing business, you might be there because you want to make money. But building business is something that you do intentionally because it is something of which we outlive you. Building business it takes a lot of strength, a lot of energy, and of course, I do encourage the startups today that in building businesses, they need to be steadfast. First and foremost, you need to have a clear vision of where you are going. What are you called to do? What do you want to do? What needs do you want to start attending to? Because it's not just enough for one to say, okay, I want to build business, I want to do business. But then, what solution are you bringing to the table? What problems is your business going to solve? Because the world, tilts towards those that solve problems. And by the time of which you are out there to be able to solve problems, you can be rest assured that yes, you are going to succeed, and of course you can make your money. And of course, the more problems you solve, as many problems you solve, the more money that can come to you. So that is why I let people understand that in going into business, in building business, number one, you must make sure at least you are a problem solver. You have loved the people. You are passionate about making sure that people are good, are better, and they have, a kind of, as far as their needs are concerned, there's something that you are bringing to the table that can meet the need. Because meeting people's needs is what they need to pay you for. By the time you are meeting their need, they will pay you. This is why you cannot lack money. So that is number two is for you to ensure that you are a person of integrity. This is one of the things today that is lacking, or that is dwindling or fading away, in the business world today. So, but I can assure you that one of the best way for one to be able to start up a business is through integrity. And that is why, of course, in our own system here, in our company here, in Sentinel Holdings, we make people understand that part of our core values is sincerity. We are not saying that we are perfect. We are not saying that we do everything, in a perfect way. But then I can tell you that sincerity is one of the things of which we don't joke with, because being sincere does not mean that things cannot go wrong.
Exactly.
This is another thing that people need to understand. Being credible does not mean that things cannot go wrong. But when things goes wrong, how are you able to handle it? Do you shy away from it? Do you run away from it? So when challenges come, the ability to be able to mitigate through these challenges and be able to handle them so that you can, make a headway or surmount the challenge or the problems is what makes you, whom you are. So this is what people want to see. I also let people understand that even people out there know that yes, challenges do come. But when the challenges come, do you stand to solve it? Or do you continue to give excuses? Or you continue to shy away from the challenge? So this is one thing about business. So integrity is one of the key that one need to employ or deploy in going into business. So one of my mentors, we always say that if you are going to fail, it is better you don't even go at all. If you are going to fail, it is better you don't even go. It is better you don't even start. So the most important thing is for you to make sure that at least as you are in that business, whenever challenges come, whenever obstacles come, difficulties comes around you, because it is part of the business, that you need to make sure at least you stand. And there's one thing of which people also need to understand is that, most of the businesses that collapses today, as in the small businesses that collapses today, they collapse within the first 5 years of operation. Because within the first 5 years, you are going to meet a lot of tough times, tough things. No finance, no difficulties in raising funds, in order for you to be able to inject or pump into the business, so that you can take the business to the way you want it to be. Not able to get the required or expected customer that can patronize you. So many challenges that will come your way. And within these first 5 years, you discover a lot of them will fade away. But if you are able to surmount the first 5 years challenges, I bet you that you can also stay long in business to some extent. Then after the first 5 years, you now talk about the first, the second 5 years, which is 10 years in business. So after 10 years, they talk of 15 years. So these are milestones of which one need to be able to cross as far as business is concerned. So that is one thing of which I tell people that are starting up their businesses. And you must be strong, you must be focused, you must be committed to your vision, you must be committed to your dreams, the things you are out there to solve. Because people have a lot of problems, there are a lot of challenges out there looking for solution. So what you are bringing right now, is it solution oriented? Is it something that is going to add value to people's lives? Not you causing more problems to people, but at the same time, you are trying to measure at least the problems that are already in existence, you try to solve them. I bet you once you are a problem solver, money will come to you.
Amazing. This is wow and superb. Thank you so much, Mr. Ebosede.
Thank you.
Once again, before we round up this session, I would like to ask you one question.
Okay.
You see, so many people are talking about Sentinel Holdings. Like when you go to Lagos, go to the East, go to Abuja, you see people talking about the amazing things Sentinel Holdings are doing. And I'd like to ask you this question: what do you have to tell people who have interest in investing in Sentinel Holdings? What do you have to tell them, and what should they know about Sentinel? Briefly, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for that question. Yes, for people that would like to know Sentinel, what would I want them to know about Sentinel? And at the same time, what will I tell them? The thing is, number one, Sentinel Holdings is an African, destination, African destination of choice. So it's a Pan-African vision. To discover that whatever we do holistically, we house things together. Sentinel is not just called holdings for nothing. Today now, by the grace of God, we have subsidiaries. Are you getting it? That are doing crazily well. We have the Central Institutional Capital Investment Limited. That subsidiary is in charge of training and development, human capital development. How you can structure your business, how you can move your business from point A to point B, what are the things, the metrics and the indices you need to put in place to ensure that your business can stand the test of time. Because it is not everybody that is actually building business, like I said earlier. So that is one of the things that subsidiary, that company is into. They will help you to package, they train your staffs, train your managers. They can train your whatever training you have that need to measure at least to make your people understand your business more. So they are into that. And of course also they have general trainings also for people to educate people about what business is all about. It's basically on human capital development, human empowerment. So that is for that. Then of course we have SPL, that's Sentinel Publishing Limited. They are into publishing, they are into graphics designs, and so designing and publishing and all of that. So anything that have to do with publishing, you know, that have to do with printing, and not that they are in charge. They are in charge of it. They are into it. Then of course another one again is Sentinel Real Property and Design. So the SRPD, that is Sentinel Real Property and Design. They are into constructions. They are into constructions. They are into architectural design, building designs, and all of that, and all of that. Renovation. You want to renovate your house, they can give it a fantastic look for you that will make you to understand. Yes, in fact, you'll be shocked that is this the house of which I've been living in since. They can help you to arrange it and pack it and put it in order. When anybody walked in, you know that it's walking into a house. So that is for that one. So many things of which they do within that of the neighborhood. Then of course also we also have Sentinel DOC Gardens Limited. Sentinel DOC Gardens Limited. That is the company that is into real estate. You know, it's into real estate. It's into plots and services. You know, of course, in real estate today there are a lot of things of which you can do with it. There are things you can do with empty land, empty plots, and so many things like that. And there is a way you have a plot somewhere. There's a way they can turn it into money-making plot for you, money-making land for you. So that is that. So these ones they make sure that at least they source for genuine, you know, and credible lands that we deal on. So that one is into real estate. Currently, as we speak right now, we have about getting close to 20 estates across the nation, across Nigeria. So they are the one in charge of it. So as far as this is what Sentinel Holdings is all about, are you getting it? So when I said that we are Pan-African destination, you know, it is something of which we want to make sure that at least Okon is still counting. You know, other subsidiaries are about to, you know, to be added into the fold right now. So it is holistic. We want to make sure that at least when you walk into Sentinel, whatever you want to do, you can get it done even without going outside of Sentinel to look for it. So that is that. So, and of course, we are customer centric. You know, we want to make sure at least our customer have very good taste of us. So, like as I said also, for you to be sincere in business or in building business does not mean that things cannot go wrong. So when things go wrong, you try and make sure at least you stand and fix it. That's what we are known for. That's why for us, we don't, anybody that's known us, anybody that have come across us, in fact, if you meet out of 10 people, about 8 to 9 will tell you that no, this company is okay. You know, one person or two persons might be people, maybe they were not that too satisfied. Maybe as a result of one or two things of which you are doing, maybe they need the opposite. And you try to communicate to them that no, this is not how it is, this is not how it's supposed to be, this is what it's supposed to be. But because of what they know what they want and how they want it, maybe to their own selfish interest or as the case may be, that's why they may not agree with you. So of course, by the time you know, you can in business also, you cannot please everybody.
Exactly.
You cannot please everybody. So that is that. Then of course, for those that are coming up, I can tell you that yes, you know, Sentinel is a place to be. Sentinel is a place to do business with, and it's a place of which when you walk in, you'll be very happy that you have met a company that is into business, that is building businesses. Not just building businesses for today, but building businesses that will stand the test of time. That is transgenerational businesses. This is what we do here, and that is what we also tell people to do. Today, now to the glory of God, we have raised a lot and empowered a lot of persons, you know, a lot of millionaires that are doing well, you know, for themselves and for their families, you know, that are working with us, both internally and externally. So that is that. So we are here to stay. We have come to stay, and we are here to ensure that everybody is represented, everybody is attended to, because the sky is big. It's only on the land that you'll be struggling for space, but the sky is very big. So when we want to say the sky is the static point, it shows that yes, we need to step up. We need to step up. We don't need to be dragging things that doesn't matter as far as, you know, the businesses is concerned. And in the business, you don't compete. What you need to do is to collaborate. When you collaborate with people, if you don't know anything, you ask questions, ask for directions. There's nobody that can say I know it all. If you look at the likes of Apple today, the likes of that's Microsoft Word, the likes of even YouTube and all of that, and they are, they don't say, I want to own it all. I am the owner of my idea. No, it is not. Nothing like that. So it is something that in business, you have to understand that there is a place you can feature, but there is a place another person also can do better. So by the time of which you come together, you collaborate, you share ideas, and you see that at least you can even move very faster and further than how you would have ordinarily moved if you were to be operating on a little scale, running scales and all of that and all of that. So this is my little share about that.
Thank you so much, Mr. Monday.
Thank you.
That was a great comment.
Thank you for having me.
And once again, thank you so much for giving me listening ears. And to the public, this is Sentinel Holdings, and they will continue to do what they know how to do best and continue to serve you better. And I assure you that if you invest with this company, you will never regret it. And we thank you for listening to us, our audience out there, and we'll be glad to see you next time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Monday.
Thank you for having me.
Have a wonderful day.
And you too.
Thank you so much.